And hello everyone, welcome back. We're on Rena here in Tales of Arise, a dead planet. As the energy of the planet basically coalesced and then decided to eat the rest of itself.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Would you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Yeah.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
I agree with Law on this one. Get off his back.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renis Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything.
Yeah, you have to punch it a bunch, and then you do it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
The problem with the storing in the Renis Alma plan, of course, is that if the Renis Alma ever breaks, then it's
Question.
free.
Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
Horrible enslaving
If only we could
monsters,
see differences like that for
victims.
what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone
Different
empowered
characteristics,
to set
if you
an
will.
example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it.
I'm also
A world
curious,
where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where
since I
that's
think
the
they're
norm
ultimately going to
rather
go
than
with...
the exception.
That's a good question.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if they're
Law.
going to go with the
Why wait for
destroy it
somebody
angle
else?
or the
We
suppress
can
it
show them
angle.
ourselves.
But if they go with the destroyed angle, does that mean that would open up the option of them getting power back to Dana? But if they don't, does that leave things open for which one do I take? Let's go with this. We'll go to the left first. If they don't, what's like the long-term damage on the planet going to be? The hollowing has to be starting to spread throughout the planet, right?
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Hilganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got
Yeah, I'm
bigger
trying to
fish
think
fry
that,
right
yeah,
now.
you say no world has ever seen, but
And you
I
can do all
think
the research you want
Renans
when
were
you're
never on this world.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
And if they go with the dispersed angle, they might restore
We
both
didn't say
planets.
There's anything wrong with dreaming.
That would be like the true golden ending.
Dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
No, I think that's a relevant question.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed
No?
it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true...
Yeah, there's no need for them to have made them the same height.
Just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking...
Yeah, I mean, it's a thought.
What did
But-
I do?
Oh, no.
I don't know how much...
Keep packing, Hoodle.
No, leave them alone.
Ow, ow,
No, this was on you,
What
Rinwell.
the hell?
If they wanted... Okay, if the suits were designed to let Renans work alongside the Helganquil, there was no need to make them the same height. You can still work while being shorter.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zoogles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles
They're
aren't so different
yeah,
after all.
they may be genetically modified, but a lot of them might have been dangerous wild animals already. What's going on here? Hey! Don't worry. This is a dying species. We don't need to try and talk to them or anything. And we know they're mind controlled.
Can you understand us?
Oh, wait. Maybe I'm wrong. He's gonna make the attempt.
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
Oh, so that's... okay, that is also interesting. We just have seen, oh, it's not their fault. Oh, it's terrible. We can't just destroy them. Well, I guess we got no choice here. I need to pick a lane game.
There was something off here.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Oh, these guys are weaker than the other ones. I mean, if anything, this is a worse situation than what the situation with the Zoogles is. Because, you know, these are conscious, intelligent entities that are suffering mind control. Definitely easier than the ones we fought last time, though.
Consider yourself finished. There you go, Alvin. It's time to end this battle. I'm ready. Flew away. Tiger blade. Make it rain.
So is it better or worse? I ask you, my audience. Is it better or worse that they are knowing these creatures are mind-controlled and still killing them all?
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
It actually makes them even more enslaved.
However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again...
Because they're actually under mind control.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. I have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To
Nothing
think
more?
of the
Maybe that's
promise
all
their
they ever were.
accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean?
Like if they hadn't
Well,
been
it's
mind
difficult to say for
slaves
sure.
to a giant
We
alien
don't even
planet
know
will.
if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Well, if we know anything from our history,
Do you think
when a
that-
more advanced culture meets a less
On the
advanced
contrary,
culture,
I
it's
should like to take a
only
leaf from
ever
your book
good
myself.
times.
In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3
No
centuries,
one.
at least,
Yeah.
I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder
Yeah,
about your priorities.
your planet's literally being drained of all of its life force.
From. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far?
Yeah.
There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make
Well,
that kind
we do
of
know they have
journey
teleportation
across.
technology, so...
There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out
We
of your
used a
mind.
teleport pad to get in
For
here.
them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him
It's
out
a
of it.
good idea. And it makes... No. Okay, so yeah, this is... Okay, I see what they were talking about for that. Oh, hey, look! Zoogles!
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Marksman handles it.
Take care.
Now I can let loose.
Can run rings around us.
Their arcs were interrupted.
Ignite!
I'm out of ammo. I'm all stuck.
Dragon Swarm!
Come over.
Here,
Another
let me help.
Right now.
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to look back. In an instant! Impact block!
Here, let me help.
Take this!
Illuminate me.
It's over.
Holy glitter.
Devastation!
Holy
Mirage!
light.
Dragon Swarm!
A wailing
Sword Rain Alpha! I got you!
Glacial fire.
So there are Zoogles on here.
Everyone hanging in there?
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do
We
with
covered
the
this
fact that
theory
they were
already, I believe.
originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled.
Not quite.
Now,
We
it
do
turns out they
know
themselves were once Danans too.
the
Which must mean
Helganquil
that the root of their evil
had
isn't the
hypnosis
spirit,
devices and special
something
technology
inherent
to
in
let
all
them
of us.
influence and control
Our free will.
Ren society.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's hope,
all of
there's
the
a
evil
way.
they did,
What'd he say?
they're not really
He
blamed
said,
for because of mind
without a
control
doubt.
stuff. Mind control stuff.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
And I'm curious about what those other teleport spots lead to.
What the? Where did they come from?
Let's worry.
Not the bees!
That'll bring you down. I can shatter any steel. Glacial spear.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Now.
Kisara, Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclops. Did it.
Yeah. Nice technique.
It's over.
This one's mine.
Make it rain. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. My turn. Take this.
Do it.
Sword Rain Alpha.
In your dreams.
As impressive as always.
Oh, it's okay. It's one of those. It's just gonna keep throwing enemies at us until we
I've never seen
reach the bottom, or a requisite number of enemies are slain.
sleep now.
Now I can let loose.
Astral energy.
Say no more. Got it.
Well done.
Take this. Sword Rain Alpha. We've turned the tables up more, Zuko.
Keep calm and take them down.
Say no more. One more. Blue escape. Mirage. Dragon Swarm.
Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Chaining the astral smites.
Illuminate the dark!
Dragon Swarm.
A chain between heaven and earth.
Blue escape.
Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more. Not more.
Searing
I'm not done. I'm not done.
I'm gone! A chain between heaven and earth.
It's a good thing I got a lot of CP at this point of the game.
Blue escape. Burn it hell. Dragon Swarm.
Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem!
You made short work of that one.
I'm sorry. Having trouble keeping up?
Oh, I'm right behind.
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination.
And they're not that tough.
Energy!
Say no more. Not more. Look sharp.
Hurricane strike! This one's mine!
Look sharp. Sword Lane Alpha.
Get on it!
Coming through. Scarlet Inferno.
Here's a healing art!
Here I come. Blue escape.
Little sad my super moves
Consider yourself finished.
aren't one-shotting random schmucks anymore.
I'm right beside you!
Dragon Swarm.
Hear my call! Make it go! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
Rain Blast.
Glacial spear! Here's the hero kit! Searing blaster! I'll be saving you!
You're mine. I'm not done. Eat this. Dragon Swarm.
Here's the evil kit!
Next. My turn. Blue escape.
Here's a healing art!
Sword Lane Alpha.
Sleep now! Get on it!
After this, I should make sure I've upgraded all of their title art stuff.
Dragon Swarm.
Looking fearsome, Rinwell.
You must be rubbing off on me.
Let's kick some ass, kid.
Aw, that's the spirit.
Further away the better. Do it! You and I both. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Ooh, was that it?
I think I'm getting
Yeah.
Even in such a hot
Good game, Hell Gotham.
environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogles somehow?
There we
Whatever they
are.
are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them.
Yeah, this is not an accurate representation of the planet.
You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit. At the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump.
I don't know that jumping would be a good idea.
bad feeling about this. Where are you going? Let them mark you! Hurricane strike! Annihilation! Mega ray!
Alright, gotta remember to use my points after this.
We got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! Healing circle!
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
That'll bring you down! Inferno crossing!
This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm.
Inferno crossing! Raging
Sword
storm!
Lane Alpha.
Select healing circle!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Commander of Heaven.
I gotta read. Your little romantic lines are not meant for right now, buddy.
A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing beam of lightning!
I'm not done.
Now, it's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn.
Here I
You're
go.
mine.
Hurricane strike! Johalim!
Light burst force.
Genesis!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Alright, now, like I said, skill panel. 2300, eh? Okay. There we go. A little more of defense. All the lights that emerge from the wedge, okay. Okay. 1600. Where am I spending points? Nowhere? Okay. Mr. Crest or... Yeah, we want to save up for that one, I think. There we go. Retired Avenger. Alright, yeah, let's... You know what, let's... I haven't done this for a bit, so let's actually... You know what, Renwell, you're usually in the party, but I'm going to swap things up a bit for a moment. Oh, right,
Brace yourselves. This one's tough.
In a bind? Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. Reflect on thy sin. Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Try this. Inferno punch. Explosive ring. Execution. Swallow down. Here I come. No escape. Negative gain.
I've got multiple healers.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah. And a pummeling to me.
I'm ready. Commander Heaven. Phoenix Cyclone.
After this, I think we'll take a break, though. I think I'm going to head back to Dana after we find the next fast travel point going down this thing.
In a bind?
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
So thank you all for watching, of course. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Share your thoughts and comments down below. I do love to read them. And I will see you all in a bit.